I've dated girls with every one of these pros and cons on this tier list. One of them almost changed my life, and one of them ruined it. Today, I'm ranking them so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. If you have a girlfriend right now, please listen closely because by the end of this video, you might either be trying to break up with her or marrying her. Just for simplification, I'm doing 10 red flags and 10 green flags. You can see the tier list on the side here and what they mean, just S, A, B, C, D. But I will begin with the red flag section and move on to the green flag section. All right, so first one, BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder, is doing a thermonuclear missile dive into the runaway tier. The reason is very simple. BPD is a extremely severe mental illness. It's one, it's permanent. Two, it's dangerous. And three, BPD is very hard to medically treat. Dating girls with BPD is a coin flip. Today, she will tell you how much she loves you, and tomorrow, she will trash your entire house. She will punch holes in the wall. She will destroy your belongings, and the next day after that, she will be begging you to take her on a date. Men dating women with BPD have always had some extremely toxic relationships. Here is some proof. Pause the video if you want to read it. Regardless, dating a girl with such a severe mental illness is totally out of depth for a lot of guys, and it's going in the runaway tier, and it can stay there. So, second one, high snap score is going right away into the very bad section. A high snap score essentially indicates that your potential girlfriend is talking to a lot of people all the time, and those people are probably guys who do not have the best intentions in mind. It is also noteworthy to mention that a high snap score could mean that she has the account for a very long time, but I think it's safe to say that she's very into social media, her image, and messaging a lot of other people, probably guys. Definitely a red flag for sure. This is something you would want to avoid. The only caveat would be like if she's had the account for like 6 or 7 years, that would I would even maybe even drop that into like C tier if she's had it for like 6 or 7 years. Okay, so guy friends. Guy friends, I have mixed feelings about, so I'm gonna put into B tier. On one hand, if she has a lot of guy friends, it probably means that a couple of those guy friends are flirting with her, or at the very worst, she's having sex with them. On the other hand, if you don't know who those guy friends are, it could lead to some really, really embarrassing situations. Namely, me, for example. I dated a girl a couple of years ago. Um, she had a lot of guy friends, and I was very paranoid of that. One day we had an argument, and I tore into her pretty bad. It turns out the guys she was talking to actually ended up being close family, cousins. Two of them were brothers, actually. So this is why I say I have mixed feelings because you don't know what's happening unless you ask her, or you sneak around, or you look at her phone, or you just ask the guys themselves. Context matters here, guys. Context matters here a lot for girls with a lot of guy friends, okay? You need to be aware of things happening behind the scenes, and those can either be negative or positive. Sometimes it isn't even your right to know, but it could mean finding out if your girlfriend is cheating or you look like a crazy stalker boyfriend if you're totally wrong. Um, my story here does disprove my point, what I said earlier about my incident with that girl, but only because I want to stress here that context matters. Okay? Next one is animal cruelties. This is very easily a S tier red flag without a doubt. Women have been shown to have a higher emotional regulation and empathy, and abuse of animals or generally being cruel has been shown time and time again to be indicative of psychopathic traits. A woman who is cruel to animals in comparison to other women would be shunned. shunned, literally, and socially outcasted as a monster who doesn't fit into the feminine, loving, caring, and empathetic groups that women typically make up as they live life. A woman who abuses animals or is generally uncaring of animals likely has psychopathic traits. Likely. And I don't mean that word I don't mean that word lightly. Likely, very likely. This is a this is a runaway easily. You run away from this S tier red flag, and it's gonna stay there. Okay, overprotective male figure. So an overprotective male figure is going into the middle tier. This is because it depends on how overprotective the man in her life really is. Context matters here, guys. Okay, if your crush has a brother and she brings you to her house, that guy will probably harass you a bit, maybe make fun of you, some kind of friendly ribbing, or he'll threaten you and say, if you ever hurt my sister, you'll be sucking jello through your teeth in a hospital bed. But like, he doesn't really mean it, okay? Maybe you and him even grow to be friends down the line, all right? On the other hand, you have a girlfriend and her brother found out about you. You haven't been to her house yet. Okay, he's trying to talk to you after school, and your girlfriend gets kind of scared and a little bit distant when you try to ask about him. 3 days later, your girlfriend breaks out with you for some bullshit reason, so she can keep you safe, and he beats you within an inch to your life in the parking lot. If you have a girlfriend with an overprotective man in her life, give it a second thought. It's going into B tier. Okay? OnlyFans. Okay, so OnlyFans is an automatic no. I don't even really need to explain this, honestly. The only way I could see this working out um, is if you were super broke. You're working a job that makes you 30,000 a year, and she really, really wants to date you. She really likes you. You can tell she likes you. It's not superficial. And she makes like $50,000 a month. All right. That's the only way I could see it working. And even with that, you would be stripping your dignity and wiping your ass with it. Please, guys, do not consider dating someone who has an OnlyFans. Personally, I haven't dated anyone who has had uh, an OnlyFans account because that's just something I don't do. So yeah, automatic S tier red flag. This is like it's bad. There's nothing good about this. Okay, so partying. Right down here, partying. So partying could ideally fall between these two, A and B, but I'm actually going to put it into C tier. The reason why is because it's going to seem controversial to some of you viewers because it depends on how much your girlfriend or love interest is partying. It's very simple. If she's partying every day, it's an automatic no. Okay? If she's doing it every so often and she always goes back to your place and she lets you know who she's with, I'd put that into like B tier. But even then, there might be a chance that she's pulling some fuck shit or that her friends, she's telling her friends not to tell you anything. All right. And if she only wants to party with you, I would honestly call that a green flag, which is why I'm going to put it into C tier. Personally, I don't like partying. I'm not a club or a party guy. I'm putting this into C tier just based off of my own experiences. If you have a totally different view of partying, please let me know in the comments. I will respond. All right, bad communication. It is very bad. It's going straight into A tier. Okay, if you have a girlfriend right now and she has bad communication, take this hypothetical situation at face value. You and your girlfriend go on a date. You had a really good time, but she was kind of sullen, maybe a little bit passive aggressive. Then you two start arguing. Okay, you don't know what's wrong. You have no idea. You're in the dark. You're in the dark, buddy. You have no fucking clue what's going on. All right. Then she tells you something that you did 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. All right. That you totally forgot about it. Two, she didn't say anything about it when you did it in the moment. And three, why is she just telling you now? Okay? It's because she has bad communication. Girls like this aren't the worst. They still love their boyfriends, but the guy has to always walk on eggshells because he can't figure out what the problem is and he doesn't want to start another argument or cause another problem. If you have a girlfriend with bad communication skills, figure it out immediately because if you do not, your relationship will never, ever last. It is very bad. A tier, easily. Lying. I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet. It is dependent on what the lie was about and if she ever told you the truth. If none of these three rules were broken, then it would be a green flag because that basically means, she never lied to you. Yeah. All right. If she has lied before, but it wasn't a big deal, and she told you the truth after, it could be considered C tier or B tier. But if all three are broken repeatedly, time after time, she can't stop lying, you don't know what's right, what's wrong, what's up, and what's down, then you need to leave her. End of discussion. Okay? So it's dependent here on how many times she lies. Okay? It really is. If she's a super bad liar, S tier. If she's maybe lied once or twice and it wasn't that big of a deal, it wasn't major, it wasn't something meant to hurt you, put it into B tier. Not terrible, but not ideal. If she's never lied to you before, then it's a green flag. All right? But just because it's dependent, I'm gonna put it into B tier. All right? So this is a little bit there's no argument about this one. Talking to her ex, this is just bad. There is absolutely nothing good about this. At least with the OnlyFans ones, there was some kind of positive situation. The only way I could see this working out, um, is if you were super broke. You're working a job that makes you 30,000 a year, and she really, really wants to date you. She really likes you. You can tell she likes you. It's not superficial. And she makes like $50,000 a month. But this is just no good. This doesn't work. There's nothing good about this. Automatic S tier red flag. Do not date or consider dating a girl who is hung up on her ex-boyfriend or talking to her ex-boyfriend in any capacity. I don't give a shit if she messaged the guy 3 days ago and then she told you that she's done with him. I don't care. If she has had less than 3 months of no contact with her ex-boyfriend, don't even go close to her. Nothing. All right, so last one. Very controversial. Some people in the comments might say something about this, but listening to sad music all the time, listening to sad music all day, every day, okay? It is a bad habit going into C tier. And this is a weird one for a lot of you, like I said. Listening to sad music, how can that be a red flag? Well, take it this way. Your crush, your love interest, or your current girlfriend listens to a lot of sad music. When you listen to a song, it is generally meant to uplift you, okay? It's meant to make you feel happy, make you feel good. When the exact opposite is done, people stay in these episodes where they are constantly feeling melancholic or depressed, but it is largely only because of the music. All right? Music has a very large impact on the brain. In fact, music has been shown to even shape some people's personalities. Okay? Think about like the top 20 most famous rappers in the world. Their personalities are largely shaped by rap music. Think about that. All right? If you listen to happy music all the time, you will probably feel quite happy. If you listen to sad music all the time, you will very likely feel sad all the time. Music is largely meant to make you feel emotions. And if you consistently choose music that makes you feel unhappy or upset or angry, then something is wrong with you or that person, and it must be corrected. That being said, this is not something you should break up. This is not something you should break up with your girlfriend for. If you have a girlfriend right now and she listens to sad music all the time, don't break up with her. That would be silly. But this is definitely a bad habit, for sure. So that was the last of the red flags. Now we're going to move on to the green flags. So, first one, having a car. Having a car is a very good sign. It means that she is independent, she's forward thinking, and she doesn't dismiss important aspects that could improve her life. All things considered, if she has a car, she probably has a job. That's another green flag. Um, yeah, like if she has a car, she's independent. Uh, it's just a good sign. All right, art. Art is a green flag. It stimulates the mind, explores regions in the brain. I think the artistic side of the brain is actually the left side of the brain. And it also promotes critical thinking. By critical thinking, I mostly mean analysis, evaluation. If your love interest or girlfriend is good at art, she probably has good taste. She's clean, she's dresses well, she understands and appreciates beauty, and she wants to express that beauty she appreciates by using art as a vessel and extension of her feelings. Overall, green flag. All right, hobbies. So, having hobbies is always a green flag. Nobody wants a girlfriend who stays at home 16 hours a day and only goes out to buy groceries. All right. Obviously, it could depend on what those hobbies are. Maybe your girlfriend loves to crochet, or maybe she's one of those goth emo chicks who likes to pick up bones from the forest and like use borax in the bathtub so she can bleach them and put them on her wall. Something like that. Dependent. It's dependent. Anyways, people who are spending their time mastering some kind of craft or tuning themselves with a work that requires skillful expression are generally people who are in touch with themselves. They 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 know what they need to do. You know what I mean? All right, move on. Anyway, yeah, hobbies is definitely a green flag. So now let's talk about boundaries. So a woman who respects boundaries is a woman who will probably be married within a few years, for sure. Maybe even quicker. If you come home on a Thursday night and instead of spending time with your girlfriend, you want to play the new Call of Duty with your friends, and she respects you and won't guilt trip you for it, that is a green flag. Nobody wants to come home to an angry girlfriend that doesn't respect the fact that your life doesn't revolve around her. If your lady respects boundaries, keep her. Keep her. Very, very positive green flag here. This is good. So let's move on now. Listener. If your girlfriend or love interest is a listener, she remembers things, the little details, the stuff you say about yourself that you don't really mention often, the little breadcrumbs, if you will, then she is a keeper for sure. She's a keeper for sure. Okay? Your hobbies, what you like to eat, what's your favorite video game, what level you are in your favorite video game, you know? Are you level 75 in Arc Raiders? Are you a rank 1 prestige trapper main who's P100 in Dead by Daylight? Is that something she would is that something she would remember? Is she a listener? Is your girlfriend a listener? Is your love interest a listener? That's important, okay? It's very important. And the reason why is because I'm going to say this very firmly and clearly. A woman who truly understands her significant other is a woman to be loved unconditionally. That's it. A woman who is a good listener is a very good green flag. And that's like wife material. Get yourself a girlfriend who's good at listening. Okay. Confidence is a bright, grassy green flag. Okay. Personally, I love women with confidence. They don't second guess themselves. They know they're attractive. They understand what, how, and when they need to do something. They don't miss. They don't miss. Ever. They don't miss ever. I'm telling you guys, get yourself a girl who is confident in herself. It will change you. Okay. Having friends. Obviously, having friends is a green flag. Having a healthy social circle and consistent positive interactions with her own friends is a massive green flag. A woman with good friends is happy, healthy, pretty, and her friends will probably like you too. You know? Hopefully not in a romantic way. That would make things weird. Regardless, if she doesn't have a lot of friends, then you most likely will not be her boyfriend. That's that. All right, not overly clingy. I can like a girl who wants me around, who really enjoys my presence, but at the same time, you do not want to be taking 4 to 5 hours of your day Snapchatting your girlfriend because if you don't respond within the first 15 minutes, she's going to call you crying. This ties back into a girl having confidence in herself. Okay? So look, you want to be able to enjoy your day in peace, but you don't want to be ignoring her either. And you also don't want to be constantly reassuring your girlfriend every 10 seconds. Okay? But however, you don't want the flip side to happen where you're actually the cleaning one. You need to text her every second. You need to have constant affirmations and you need to be constantly reassured by your girlfriend. Okay? Or you feel like you're being cheated on, or whatever bullshit insecure guys think. All right, find yourself a girl who is independent but loves you with all her heart. Not being overly clingy is a green flag. Okay, so trusting is a shiny, golden, immaculate, beautiful, masterly crafted green flag. Your girlfriend has to trust you in order for the relationship to even happen in the first place. If your girlfriend has trust issues, you will encounter problem after problem. A girl with bad trust issues is an automatic S tier red flag, without a doubt. Okay? So let's take this for example. You talk to one girl in class or in public, and your girlfriend sees, bam, you're evil, you're a cheater, I hate you. Or she tries to be super invasive, asking for your phone password, asking for your Snapchat password, asking for your TikTok password, Instagram, any kind of social media. This is especially true for any of my viewers who may have a large social media following. If you have 50,000 followers on Instagram for whatever reason, you need to find a girl who is okay with the fact that her boyfriend is very popular. Trust is a must. No ifs, buts, nothing like that. You must trust your partner in order for a relationship to work. A trusting partner is a gem. All right, last one. She's funny. Who doesn't like a girl that's funny? Seriously, who doesn't like a girl with a sense of humor? All right, who doesn't like a girl who could make you laugh? A funny girlfriend is a fun girlfriend. Let me repeat that. A funny girlfriend is a fun girlfriend. Fun. She's fun. She's funny. She's humorous. She's fun to be around. All right. Some of the strongest relationships in people I know and I've coached personally have a matching sense of humor. And this creates a long, very long lasting sense of appreciation, satisfaction in the relationship. Okay. You don't want to be dating someone you don't click with, and you don't want to date a girl who doesn't appreciate your sense of humor because that means you can never really let loose and be yourself around her. All right. So that's only a negative fault. Okay. If you could never really let loose around a girl and truly be yourself, um, that is only going to create and breed resentment. All right. Be yourself. She's funny. Keep her. It's a green flag. So, just to go over this one more time for you guys. Uh, so it goes like this: BPD. All right. Oh, yeah. So BPD, animal cruelty, OnlyFans, texting her ex, Snap score, bad communication, B tier, having guy friends, lying. These two are dependent. Remember that. B tier is mostly dependent. And C, partying, overprotective male figure, and listening to sad music all the time. D tier, she has a car, she's good at art, she has hobbies, she respects your boundaries, she's a good listener, she has confidence, she has friends, she's not overly cleaning, she trusts you, and she's funny. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.